Hello and welcome to D-Live, the mixer of streaming.
What?
This is the Inbetween Podcast.
D-Live.
We're live on D-Live right now. You can throw all your cryptocurrency scam shit at us.
Yeah. The service where you get money for the big company that then gives you bitcoins in return that have no monetary value.
I am your usual host, Joe Scott, and I'm joined here by Tony Tones at RT's right arm. Wait, that's your left arm, right?
My left arm, yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure,
We're here to talk about video games and everything between. What the fuck is going on with D-Live and PewDiePie?
Well, PewDiePie got a lot of money.
So if you don't, so there's a streaming service called D-Live, right?
Which we don't trust.
PewDiePie's got given like a bunch of money to like stream on it.
Yeah.
Well, we assume.
And
he's either got a bunch of money or he's got like shares in the company, and it's basically all of the currency you spend on it is cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And it looks like a massive Ponzi scheme.
But he believes, or at least he says he believes. I believe him because he doesn't generally lie. So he believes that it's a good streaming service for content creators or streaming creators. I guess.
The only person I've seen streaming on there that can actually hold viewers is Hampton Brandon, and that is not a good thing.
Wait, who?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
But it's like I went on there and I was looking through the section and it's like PUBG 200 viewers. I think PUBG Mobile had more viewers than PUBG on the fucking D-Live, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't look too good. You know, D-Live is like a third-party thing, so...
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're not moving to D-Live, ever.
No, and fuck Mixer.
No, we're not moving to Mixer.
CFX keeps trying to make me watch Mixer streams to unlock in-game stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I only know one person.
I don't want to watch Mixer.
I only know one person who uses Mixer, and that's Direwolf.
He streams on it.
Yeah, but he adds like...
Mixer pays people a lot of money to stream on their service because it's like Microsoft.
Yeah, well, his friend who he streams with works at Microsoft, who works on Mixer, and they've integrated like chat things into like the world they play on. So
okay.
I've never actually seen their stuff though. I just have heard
Mixer
of
has
it.
like pretty good like integration API into games. But
yeah,
you can do it on Twitch as well.
Yeah. I think at the time when they were doing it, Twitch couldn't do it, but now Twitch can do it.
You see a lot of like Twitch and Mixer integration in games.
Yeah. I think Mixer just
like for example, Slay the Spire has it so that your viewers can like vote on which card you pick and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Do you have to follow their advice?
It's up to you. There's tons of stuff you can do. Like you can play Cluster Truck and have your stream decide like what stuff to throw.
Yeah. Like what sayings to have and things, I guess.
Anyway, how are you? How are you this
Magic
week?
the Gathering.
Do you want to talk about...
well, I know. In the order it says here, we got two other things to talk about first.
What have I been playing this week? Vanilla Minecraft.
2 vanilla Minecrafts.
I was like, the Minecraft... I haven't played Minecraft since like way before like 1.12 even, maybe. Like vanilla Minecraft.
Yeah, I think the
last thing I did on vanilla Minecraft, I remember I saw some... Dave said Effortshire, yeah. Peter... Was it Mayhew? Matthew?
Who?
The guy who was in the suit.
Oh, for true, yeah. He seemed like such a good guy.
Peter Mayhew, he passed away. And he was like super... I read he was like super active on like Reddit and stuff.
Yeah. Apparently he was like friends with all like the big actors as well from Star Wars.
Yeah, anyway. F to him.
Yeah, big but not
okay,
big
so I haven't played in a long time. We've talked about like the combat update. They added horses and shit.
I was trying to think...
got beacons, which I don't understand still.
I think the last time you played vanilla must have been like 1.7 or 1.8.
Yes, like really long ago.
Like 3 years ago at least.
But we talked about the aquatic update, which is like a huge cool update for Minecraft.
That's from last year.
We just talked about it on the last podcast, the Village and Pillage update, and I said I was talking to Andy and Michael, and I was like, we should just play vanilla Minecraft because it's had so many updates and we have no idea how to play it.
And you didn't have the idea how to play it.
Michael's like, well, the server I have at the moment is just empty. We could just play vanilla Minecraft 1.4. And I was like, yeah, okay. So we just played
he pays
1.4.
Yeah, he owns the server and he pays for it monthly.
Because you had the Nazi mod pack.
Yeah, that was
where you were designing your own Minecraft mod pack where you were just making it as hard as possible to do
with
anything.
a tank tree and an era system.
But like, there's some really cool stuff in vanilla Minecraft that I never knew existed. Like, I think this update even maybe we got crossbows.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when you go to a craft table, there's like a book and it shows you what you can make.
Yep.
Which is like NEI is the mod, I think.
Yeah, it's JEI now, but yeah.
Yeah. And it shows you like what stuff you can make based on what you got in your inventory, and you can click on it and it'll put the recipe down for you.
Once you unlock all the recipes, it'll grey out the stuff you can't make, then highlight the stuff you can make.
So I just kept looking. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is a crossbow? I'm gonna build a crossbow."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, well, I can build like lamps and stuff, and there's tons of cool stuff." I
will say, like, I will remove that book when I have JEI installed, because it really annoys me when I have JEI and that. But yeah, in vanilla Minecraft, it's a really good feature.
Well, you were saying we were playing on the Java edition, but Java and Bedrock are both on 1.4, so they're both pretty similar.
The only thing that, like, Java's only slightly more advanced in the fact that they have the map markers, which the Bedrock edition, the C++ edition, does not have.
There is some stuff you can only get on the Bedrock edition, though.
I think that...
And there's also the educational edition, which I found really interesting, because like...
That's just like a...
It teaches you how to, like, do science and stuff. It's like, if you want to make a balloon, you need to add, like, helium to, like, rubber, and then you can make, like, a balloon. Like, it teaches you how chemical elements and stuff go together.
It's very weird.
Like, it's cool that there's the educational version of Minecraft. Anyway, so... we immediately go to a village. So
of course.
We immediately, like, we see the new village and stuff, which is really cool. Like, the entire village system's been redesigned, and we now have a new unit called Illagers. And what Illagers do is they attack they attack villagers. They're like evil villagers, and they have raids on the villagers.
I think in one point, let's say 10 or 11, they added Illagers before.
Right.
To Dark Oak Manors.
Yes, but it's like that guy says in Chicken Run. Now they're organised.
Yeah, so now they actually purposely attack villagers.
Yeah.
And there's more of them, and like, it's not just like a dungeon that you find in the world. That's quite rare. And
also, the Minecraft villagers keep invading people's beds.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, the new breeding mechanic for villagers is that if you place down a bed... They will sleep in a bed first of all, but they will assume all beds in the village are theirs, and if there's a free bed, they will then breed. So they just assume that it's their bed. So they'll keep stealing your bed if you.
Well, you can expand villages yourself now by like purposely building houses and beds for them, and then the villagers will take over, and you can expand the village like.
If you then and after that, if you then place down a block for the profession, they'll then take that profession if it's available. So you can get like another blacksmith or like another cartographer.
Cool stuff that I didn't know existed. Now I did. Like they've added campfires now.
Yep.
So
it's like free food cooking.
So you can put down a campfire, then you place things on it, and it cooks it like infinitely, which is really cool. What else? You can now strip wood, so there's more decorational blocks as well, which is really cool.
In this update, I think that's the time they added the strip wood feature. It might have been the last one, but they also added like all the stairs and like half slabs, like all of the chiseled.
Yeah.
And like the granite and diorite and andesite? Yeah, andesite.
And also one of your favourites is they now added scaffolding to the game.
You need bamboo, but
the problem is we haven't found a jungle biome yet, so we don't have any bamboo, but you can basically build scaffolding, which makes it really easy to do buildings with. It's cheap.
It's actually one of the out of all the mods, including vanilla Minecraft, the best mod.
Yeah.
This is the best scaffolding I've ever seen.
But yeah, so far we've been building it around this little village, been having a lot of fun, and Andy was like, right, I'm tired of like creepers and villagers walking in, we need to build a wall. So here's Andy's wall that he built.
He's built a wall.
He built a wall, and Michael was very unhappy about this because he said it looked terrible. So he's upgraded the wall, and this is the start of the new wall. It's so cool. If you see on this picture, actually. These are the new Illager banners, so they come with these banners and they attack you.
Each like legion has like a leader which have that banner, which I think technically buffs the other guys, or like they followed that guy.
Yeah, we built a wall and we made the creepers pay for it. So
So you can't actually get these banners have too many layers and have layers that only you can't get. So the only way to get these banners is to kill the leader.
They're trophies. They're
yeah.
I'm going to murder a ton of villagers and put their flags all over my wall.
It's not like they're rare because they keep attacking you, but you have to work together. You have to farm it, I guess. You have to work.
So basically, when we came to the village, we kind of pillaged it. Because we got a cage next to a chest, and the villagers kept jumping in and imprisoning themselves. Because we just took over their houses, and we were just this is my house now. Because they kept sleeping in the bed, and I was like, nah, we'll just keep them in this cage.
Yeah.
And then the illagers attacked, and then the villagers were stuck in the cage, and they were just getting slaughtered in this fucking cage. The illagers had these crossbows, and they were just taking them out. The crossbow's really cool. So how the crossbow works is it's like a bow, but it takes longer to load. But it does more damage and it's more accurate.
It has more knockback as well.
It's really cool, the crossbow. That's a really cool addition to the game. There's tons of cool stuff. You see, even in this image, you can now hit the grass with a spade and get this path texture.
That's been for quite a while, but since last time you played, then that's a new feature.
Brand new feature for 1.4. I haven't even really explored that much of the aquatic update yet, which is really cool.
Well, you saw the fish, didn't you?
I've done a little bit of fishing.
Andy was like, "What are these small squid?"
I was like, "Yeah, and there's physical fish in Minecraft now."
Yeah, there's also different biomes underwater with different types of fish and different biomes depending on the temperature. So it's great. There's not sharks yet, is there?
Anything else to talk about? That's new. That's cool. There's tons of go on.
They changed the dogs.
They changed the docks. You can now have different coloured boats based on the wood you use.
Yeah, that's true. The dogs are now big white bears.
Okay. Oh, the polar bear. Okay. They're not going to understand that. I don't have the screenshot.
It's fine. They'll find it themselves. They have to.
There was an image that is a text chat in Minecraft, and it says, "Oh, the dogs have changed in Minecraft," and it says their name was slain by a polar bear. But yeah. If you want to check out vanilla Minecraft and you've only played modded Minecraft or you've never played Minecraft, great time to check it out because there's tons of new content and there's tons of stuff to do, and I'll probably be playing some more of that. But speaking of Minecraft, it's the 10-year anniversary of Minecraft, and they did what everyone wanted Blizzard to do. They released classic Minecraft servers. So happy 10 years to Minecraft. I can't believe it's been 10 years since Minecraft came out. I was looking at the Broken Diamond Studios Pokemon Stadium the other day, reminiscing about our 8 or 9-year-old video on 0.3.
Building 0.3 alpha.
I think it's 0.3 alpha where we're building a Pokemon Stadium. And in commemoration of this, they have made a classic Minecraft in your browser. So you click on the link and you can go back to a simpler time. You can go back to 0.2 Minecraft, and this is my world.
It runs in a browser.
It runs in a browser.
It was so...
I've been building a little bit. I built a multicolored bridge, and I've got a little greenhouse I've built as well. There's no flying in this, so I was trying to get a good screenshot, so I just built a tower of dirt.
That's how people did it.
So the way you place and destroy blocks is way different in this. I actually kind of like it. I'm kind of nostalgic for it.
Okay.
So you left click to break blocks, and then you right click to summon a block, and it shows you a ghost of the block.
Yeah, I like that.
This is how it worked back in 0.2. This is 0.23A01. And it has multiplayer as well. So you just copy the link and you can send that to your friends, and they can go on their browser and they can join into your classic Minecraft server. But I think it's disabled at the moment because they released it, and I was like, cool, let's check out multiplayer, but it's bugged at the moment, so they've delayed it, the multiplayer at the moment.
Are you on a tiny little island?
Yeah, this is the spawn I got, but you can build more. I built this little, kind of this little house, but when I re-logged onto it one day, all the floor was missing.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oh, that's a little bug from 0.2 Minecraft. It is going to be pretty buggy. There's some other stuff you can do. So you spawn blocks. I think there's 32 blocks. You press B to open the block menu.
Is that everything?
My favourite block, the cheese block, is what I would call it back in the day.
That's sponge.
If you press I'm trying to remember what the key. You can press a key to summon like a Steve to just run around.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's the key? I need to look this up. Keys.
Classic keys. Controls. F keys.
There's like a button you can press to like just oh that toggles your fog level.
Keys
Your
like
render distance.
Yeah, I remember turning that down to minimum on my terrible laptop.
You could probably run this on like a laptop now.
Yeah, it looks more. I don't know. You're running on like a high-end system, so maybe.
No, that.
It looks
It's not
more-
as high end as your system.
I mean, when you have ray tracing in Minecraft, I mean.
Path tracing, technically. It's
Yeah,
OpenGL.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Wait,
I was
C?
reading about this
Wait,
on
was it
Reddit.
C?
Was it C?
I saw something like C.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah,
It's important that I figure out how to do this.
To be fair, I want to know what it looks like.
It's hilarious.
Right, 4 years. Now this is useful.
Okay. Oh, G spawns.
G.
So look at this. It's like this greenhouse doesn't look very populated, but you press G, it just spawns a Steve that just runs in a direction, and then he gets like stuck. Pretty hilarious, and you can just spawn a ton of them. So if you want a populated greenhouse, there's tons of people. I'm playing multiplayer right now. Look at all the other real players running around my greenhouse. They should add this to back to 1.4. This is a great feature. Just have random Steves running around.
Yeah, I don't remember this, to be honest.
Trap yourself in a 1x1 block and spam G, then break the block and experience true beauty as your frame rate goes back to normal. Okay.
Just trap yourself.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
There we go. We got a load of Steves.
Oh, how did he get up there?
Fucking hacker. Maybe he got like pushed
Yeah,
from like me
maybe.
spawning all of them. They're swimming! Be free, my Steves! Be free! Okay. Well, this has just turned into an impromptu Minecraft stream now.
Yeah.
We'll have to do more classic Minecraft streams.
There's this new game called Minecraft.
I remember back when I made that Minecraft video, I thought, this Minecraft game is shit. And I was right. Classic Minecraft is way better than 1.4 in every way.
1.14 is a good update.
Legacy Minecraft. So anyway, I wasted a bunch. I took some screenshots as well. Just in case. So, what have me and you been playing this week?
I'm gonna add a timestamp for Magic. Okay. Yeah, Magic the Gathering Arena.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
So this is the new player experience. Do you want to explain this?
I think you might be able to explain it better. But basically, like, I just played against the AI to get all of these. But like, when you start the game, you get experience for playing games.
Yep.
When you level up, you get either one orb or, like, depending on if like a multiple of 5, you get like more than one or something.
So when you play each of the decks, so if you play a green deck, you unlock more cards for your green deck.
Yeah, so right at the start, I was clever and played 3 dual colored decks to get all of the colored ones, because I could then place it anywhere. Then there's like 30 points to get like one's like direct, like right on the outside, but directly like away from like
this one.
No, the other one. Those are just like skins, but then in between those. So
when you get through here, these add more cards to your deck. Yeah. So as you can see here, this is dinosaurs to the mono red deck.
Yeah.
But when you get to this point, this is like you've mastered that color, and it's like all about teaching new players how to play. Once you master that color and you master an adjacent color, so if you mastered red and black, you would then unlock a red and black deck here. Yeah. This is like a dual mana deck.
You get a whole deck, like all of the cards in it and things. But it's pretty good. You get
a bunch of like once you've like leveled up and gone through all of this, you get a bunch of decks, and some of them are quite good, like quite competitive.
Some of them are really good.
Like Jungle Secrets, the Merfolk deck is really good. I was like playing that and like
is
ranked,
that the one
that was
you
doing
get
really
level,
well.
level 34? Was that?
You might have to get max. I don't know because there's no green blue. It's green blue and there's no green blue connected here. So
I think it's one of the ones you get level 30.
You get a bunch more.
You get 5 extra.
You get 5 extra decks level. When you get to like I think it's 24, 25 is the max level maybe.
Oh, it's 25. I always thought it was 30 for some reason, but yeah, I think you might be right. It's 25.
Yeah, like his. You know, when you've got blue and black together, you get
you get a pirate deck,
which is like a blue-black pirate deck
with some demons in apparently.
And here's like me just playing like an early version of my Is It deck I built. Is it?
Are you a Johnny?
That's just my avatar. I like a Johnny.
Okay. You like being a cat?
It's against Prime John 1.
Prime John 2.
But this is like a really early build of like the deck I was playing. So basically. If you know Magic, it's Is It deck. But if you don't know, what the way you play this deck is you're just drawing. You're playing lots of spells. You're playing wizards, and then what you do with the wizards is you buff them up with Adeliz, the Cinderwind, because whenever you cast a spell, she buffs all wizards, and then she's also a flyer, so you can go above other creatures, and then. If you don't kill them in the mid game, or the early game / mid game, you can get to like. This is bugging the fuck.
Why is Beacon Bolt really spazzing out?
This is the main card of the deck. This is This is Nizzit Mizzet, the Is It Wizard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Niv Mizzet.
Nivit Mizzet, the Is It Wizard Lizard. He is He is a wizard dragon. He like talks, I believe. Yeah. And he's like a big dragon. He can't be countered. He comes down, and what he does is every time you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to someone.
Yeah.
And whenever a player casts an instant sorcerer, it can be your opponent as well. You draw a card. So you just keep drawing, and you just keep drawing and dealing damage and drawing and dealing damage. So there's loads of cycle in the deck to get to this card. And then when you get to this card, you just keep cycling and you keep dealing damage. And this is like your late game combo. If you haven't like overrun them I made it a bit more aggressive. I think there's more lava runners and stuff as I unlock cards.
Yeah, just more like burn stuff, didn't you? More I remember.
If you're a new player, I would recommend that you go through and you unlock all of the cards before you craft any.
It makes this so much
because
easier.
There is so many cards that are good that you'll want to craft that you get for free by unlocking the decks.
Yeah, also once you get to max level, you get a lot of the wild cards you need to be able to craft things you want to anyway. Yep. So it's good to just wait and go, okay, this is what I've got. And this is what I want, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's like the best. Just if you don't want to play it for real people, do what I did and just play against AI.
Yeah, I talked about playing it in like the beta. I think it's still in like open beta.
Yeah, I think it's technically just an open beta.
But the game is like the best Magic game they've ever made. It's really cool, really fun. I think I did a post on Twitter. I said like this is the best free to play card game I've seen. Yeah,
the fact that you get all those decks is like, and they're actually competitive decks, and like they actually work.
And the rewards you get 500 to 750 gold a day. Packs cost 1,000. You can earn 400, 500 gold just from playing just winning 4 games.
Yeah,
and then you get 3 packs a week from your weeklies.
Yeah, so I've still yet to do anything.
Which resets today.
Yeah, I'm still yet to do anything with weeklies. So I don't.
You were scared to play against human players. I think that's your.
At the moment, yeah. Well, I think I've got decks that actually work now, so I'm actually happy with my. Because I made a Golgari deck, which is
you were practicing against Michael.
Yeah, it turns out I fixed the problems, and
You wouldn't let me play against you though. Are you scared that I was going
to run you over? At the time, yeah, I'm happy now though. I don't think I could win, but because I think
we'll do a classic Minecraft / Magic stream.
Yeah,
that's the dream.
That's the dream.
Anyway,
does this have a planned like mobile version? Yeah, or is it still?
It just seems obvious that it should.
Yeah, because but
it's still in closed beta right now. Like they have they're missing like a friends list.
And like a playlist.
The game modes are there, but I think they've still got a ton to add. They're still doing patches, week in, week out.
I would love to see like a campaign mode though. Like,
yeah, I just don't think they would add one.
No, I know, but
like they did the campaign modes
them.
in like the Steam Magic 2015, 2013, whatever.
But I think it would add a lot and like get people to come back and play if like, they had rewards attached to it.
I still remember. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking about the classic Steam versions of
20. Oh no, you were 2012, didn't you? Or 2013.
Something like that. And I just remember whenever you had a card, you have to go freeze time.
Yeah.
And you have to like spam the space bar and it would freeze time, and then you'd have like this counter going down. Then in that time that you were freezing time, then you can like counter a spell.
Yeah, it was really
instead
bad.
of having like each individual step.
Yeah.
This simplifies a lot of things, but it also allows for like a lot of control.
It's also come after like a lot of rebalances, like in the past like 3 or 4 years.
I was reading something on Reddit like yesterday. It was like they were trying to teach AI to play Magic the Gathering, and they just couldn't understand it.
Yeah, the AI. Yeah, because the AI in this game is really bad. It doesn't understand how to block. Like it can't comprehend chump blocking sometimes.
I think it's funny when I see like I saw there's like a bounty at the moment on Twitch to play Magic the Gathering Arena because people get paid money to play it.
Yeah.
And advertise it, and people are saying, "Oh, I've played Hearthstone before. It's just like Hearthstone, right?" And I'm just like, "Oh no."
Because Andy has played Magic the Gathering before. Like, that's how he got into card games, by the way. Me and Andy got into card games through Magic. In sixth form.
When we were at school,
high school if you're American.
I sat down next to you and Andy, and I said, "What's this game?" You said Magic the Gathering. I said, "Can you teach me to play?" And we're like, "Yeah, okay." I was like,
I had like 2 or 3 decks. And I was like, Andy was using my red one, and I think I gave you like my black one or something.
Yeah.
And then like you two played, I think. But then, anyway, back to my story. Andy had played Magic before. He's not played it for ages, and he kind of played it like sometimes, but he's like Hearthstone. He's a Hearthstone player now. He's a Hearthstone pro.
Yeah.
He went legendary. You can become. What is it?
Legend.
Okay.
He became legendary.
But the other day he was playing it. And it's like, oh, he thought he had lethal. It's like, no, they can block Andy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was just trolling. I don't know.
He's trolling. Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Speaking of Magic the Gathering,
cheaters.
There was the Magic Gathering Mythic Championships 2 in London this past couple of weeks ago, and there was a player that was accused of cheating. Some of the official looked at his card sleeves and they found these indent marks on them. And they were on specific cards. He was claiming that they were part of. He was claiming that they were completely accidental, but they were on like very specific cards that you would know if you drew them. Like you're seeing the pictures here that they took afterwards, like these little idents on them. He was saying it was wear and tear, but he put them on like Urza's Mines and Urza Tower, and basically what this do is these allow you to. It's part of a Tron deck, I believe, and Tron is like massive artifacts that you can cheat out really early because of these power plants and these towers. If you have both of them on the board, you can like cheat out like a big 6-mana Planeswalker or like a Worm Core Engine. I think is one of the core cards.
Yeah.
On like turn 3 or something.
So basically, he's making sure he could draw it. He knew what was coming up.
I think Andy had Worm Core Engine in one of these decks.
Oh, didn't you buy
this one?
It is a ridiculous card.
It's like a 6-mana artifact, Death Touch Lifelink, 6/6. When it dies, put a 3/3 colorless worm artifact creature with Death Touch and a 3/3 with Lifelink. It like splits in half. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that happened. Okay, here's the real news for this week. I saw this trailer. I've been so excited waiting for this trailer. And it finally came out. Here it is. The Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. We finally got to see it. Everyone was making fun of Sonic's design.
760.
Gotta get... So...
Wait, what?
Is it canon now, according to the film, that Sonic's fur is like electricity now?
I think it's because he's a
trailer.
I think it's because he's a hedgehog. And Dr. Robotnik / Eggman / Jim Carrey.
It was leaked the day before the trailer came out. I saw people said that Jim Carrey was going to be in the Sonic trailer. I was like, okay, this is a fucking troll. Like I can't believe this is a fake leak.
Yeah.
And it was just actually fucking true, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Okay, do you think it was a fake leak that just happened to be true? Or do you think they had actual information?
No, I think they had like a picture of Jim Carrey in like his Eggman
at the end of this trailer.
Makeup. No, he appears in the middle of the trailer.
Does he? I thought it was right at the end.
No.
Okay.
He goes full Robotnik at the end of the trailer. I like Jim Carrey. I think we get to see goofy Jim Carrey again after he's done like Eternal Spotless Mind or whatever it's called. He was trying to become like a super serious actor for a really long time, and he does like paintings and stuff. And now we get to see like goofy Jim Carrey, and he's using it on the Sonic movie.
I like goofy Jim Carrey, but
I know people have mixed opinions on Jim Carrey, but
maybe want to watch all of his old films, you know.
But basically, I'll show Sonic. They showed off Sonic. Yeah, Sonic has teeth. He's fucking terrifying.
He has uncanny valley like arms and limbs and a body with really disgusting fur with
so if you don't know
anime eyes and human teeth. I got a picture
of actual Sonic. So if you don't know, Sonic has has one pupil.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't have two eyes. He has one connected together. And I read that Sega was like, you shouldn't give Sonic, two separate eyes. His iconic look is he has, two connected to each other.
Yeah.
And the Paramount were like, no, it'll be fine.
We know what we're doing.
I don't want to show too much because I don't want to get copy striked by Paramount. Because not a lot of people understand what fair use is.
Yeah, but in my opinion, if you've got something.
I saw this scene where he's like, and he's like, you remember the Quicksilver scene from X-Men? And I'm like, oh, they're doing that scene again. Yeah. Okay. It's like, yeah, we've kind of seen this before, but I guess he's fast as fuck, boy. He's Keemstar level of fast, so it makes sense. The thing is, whenever they show this, like a scene of someone like, oh, I can move so fast that I can just stop time. It's like, why wouldn't you do that for the rest of the film?
Yeah.
And just like, there's this big epic fight where he's running really fast.
You have to make it like, oh, it costs so much energy to do or something, or like you can't always do it. It does. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense where you can't just always do it. Or
the thing with Quicksilver is he could do that, but there's also everyone else is like a super overpowered mutant as well. But it's like Sonic's just running around doing shit, and he can also freeze time if he wanted to, but he just wants some rings.
What kind of ring? Onion rings.
But there was such huge backlash from this. Sonic the Hedgehog movie design was to be completely changed following this trailer come out. There was such a huge backlash on the internet. They said, the message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be.
Which brings me on to my conspiracy theory.
Hang on. I need to get the soundbite. Conspiracy theory. Okay.
It's still such a good soundbite. My conspiracy theory is they're not changing it because of the backlash from the internet.
Right.
I think that Sega are using the backlash from the internet to go, see, we told you so that we need to redesign Sonic. I don't think they would change just for the internet. Like, I don't think they would care.
We got an artist rendition of how you could actually fix.
That's already way better. I still don't like the fur though. The fur, I really in both Detective Pikachu.
But it looks way better than whatever the fuck this is. Because I've heard like really good things about Detective Pikachu, and the cool thing about the design of Detective Pikachu is it's a nice compromise between being realistic but still being true to the original Pokemon.
I still find it disgusting though. I still don't like it, but fair enough. I just don't like this new disgusting fur look and like disgusting like in Detective Pikachu, like the scaly, clammy Bulbasaur. I'm just not feeling it. Just make it. Why can't we make
Someone
good
did
cartoons?
like this image as well when they showed the original Sonic, and it's like, how did you fuck this up?
It looks so much better with the original Sonic.
What the fuck is a Sonic?
Yeah, so if you could fix Sonic, that would be great. But at the same time, we wanted to see the shit show of
Yeah, I'm almost kind of disappointed.
Salamander cuttlefish. What was going on over there at Sonic Team headquarters when this mistake happened?
Is this fair use?
We can show John trying that. He's never done anything controversial.
Yeah.
Welcome to Sonic Team. We make games, I think. Aye, right.
This is the Sonic headquarters.
What the fuck is a Sonic?
What the fuck is this? This is Paramount Pictures right now. What the fuck is a Sonic?
It reminds me of the Chris Ray-Gun thing, like after the bully hunter
Bully
thing.
hunters.
It's like snorts coke and shoots himself in the foot.
Alright.
Paid promotion.
But yeah, that's my reaction to seeing that fucking song. And I was so excited for this movie to come out because I knew it was going to be a colossal shit show on the scale of the Mario Brothers movie. The Super Mario Brothers movie starring Mario and Luigi Mario.
Mario Brothers.
And I was like so excited for this, and they fucking redesigned it, and now I'm scared. Okay, I've got conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is it's going to go from the greatest shit show of all time that's going to be remembered for years, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie, to a mediocre, boring Sonic movie.
I think it was always going to be a mediocre, boring Sonic.
But it had the potential to be so bad that it was
No,
good.
I think it just happened to being disgusting. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just not feeling it.
We've got new Team Sonic Racing gameplay, and it looks really boring.
So you've gone from like super hyped to...
I've been hyping it up, but the thing is the thing that made Sonic Also Racing Transformed really cool was the stages were so interesting and diverse, and they like changed all the time. It's like it was really cool, and it's like how did you make a game in 2019 that looks worse than the game that came out in 2012?
This is the only interesting part, and it's pretty boring.
The team part is cool, but the thing is, like, it feels like a step back because you've got rid of all the Sega characters now.
Yeah.
And it's just purely something you're just going around in a circle.
It looks like the really bad levels from Mario Kart.
I don't know. It could be good. Like, the drifting could be good, but, I mean, how hard is it to fuck up a kart racing game? Honestly, like, the only thing I saw was Monster League pre-update. Was like the drifting, and that was pretty bad.
What about what's the cat called? Like Big
the Cat.
Big the Cat.
I love Big the Cat. What a guy.
He's amazing.
Had his own episode dedicated to him.
Yeah, for some reason. Also, I really hate just Tails and Knuckles fucking talking to you.
Well, they're in a team together, so you can send like boost backwards and forwards.
Yeah,
and
but do they have to speak to me?
But like, when you drive fast, you leave a slipstream for your other people on your team to go through. So if you're ahead and they go through your slipstream, like the team part's cool.
Yeah, I love the idea of like team racing.
Like that's why I've been hyping up Sonic Team Racing, but I feel like there's a lot of wasted potential here based on like they've already delayed this game once because they said it wasn't up to like snuff to their standards.
Whose standards?
Sega standards.
Sega standards. Okay.
I think it's Sumo Digital again who's doing the Team Sonic Racing. I might be wrong. They did the Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed Sumo Race. Sumo Digital. They did Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed.
And the Blue Planet 3.
And I was like, oh, the Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed guys are making another one. Awesome. Let's see like another Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed with like a team element to it.
Backwards.
No, I feel like they've gone backwards. Backwards, which is a real shame. But it still might be good. I'll definitely check it out when it comes out. I'll have a look at it, some reviews. We'll see.
But I was
the one person hyping up Sonic Team Racing.
If this is indicative of all
it comes out this month, right?
Yeah, if it's indicative of all the maps, then this is probably pretty boring, I think.
I think it comes out soon.
Was it next
TM.
month? I thought it was next month.
No, I think it's this.
No, it's this month.
It's this month.
21st of May.
I know which month it comes out in.
Wait. Oh, Microsoft Windows. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Also known as just Windows.
Windows is great. Anyway, what are we talking about next? Also Ego Raptor. You're talking about Big the Cat.
Yeah.
He's now done a sing-along. Oh shit! That's loud.
Now everyone is deaf.
Yeah. They got your boy Ego Raptor to sing along.
Like, I'm still worried, like, even from this, the maps look terrible. Or the tracks, I guess, but they're not maps.
They got Ego Raptor, and like they understand, like who the sort of people are going to be playing this. They got Eager Raptor.
Big the cat.
Singing a song about Big the cat chasing after his frog. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. So
Wait, what the hell is that?
That's the cowboy in the sky. Big the cat and Aaron. Ego Raptor.
I don't understand.
So let's move on to the racing game that looks a little bit better. Crash Team Racing. Nitro Fueled. We got a customization trailer. Customization looks really cool. You can have Bucktooth Crash.
I love his hat though. Yeah, the customization looks amazing.
There's also customization Sonic Team Racing, which may be like a saving grace for it, but the customization in this game looks really cool as well.
Also, the tracks don't look too boring either.
My hope is that we can get another Activision port to the PC so we could play Crash Team Racing on the PC as well.
We can only hope.
It's Master Chief. I don't know any of these characters. I've never played Crash Team Racing. I don't know if this is all going to be in game. I feel like some of this might be microtransactions, given Activision's track record.
Yeah,
like you couldn't do like microtransactions for like the Insane trilogy, but this seems a little bit more open for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it, but I am expecting it. It's unfortunate.
So, but that's still coming out June 21st. We got another trailer. Oh, Dead Cells is coming to mobile. It looks pretty cool.
Like Dead Cells.
Dead Cells, the actual game on mobile.
Yeah.
Dead Cells is awesome, so that's cool.
Do we still not know like how like are they selling it or they like?
It's coming to iOS devices. Get notified when it's out for iOS and later for Androids. This is how it's going to look on your screen, on your phone.
Do I have to buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I accept that.
Soon on iPhone and iPad, subscribe to get notified. So I think that's all we know so far, unless they've released another video. Yeah.
So
that's all we know so far. We got City Skylines. New expansion May 21st. Campus expansion.
It looks amazing. So the two previous expansions we had was Park Life, where you could design your own parks, and the one after that was Industries, which added like logistics systems and things. So that this is like more Park Life-ish, but with education. I don't know. It looks amazing though.
Cool.
I still don't know what you do in it though, other than like you make.
Well, it's the thing. The thing I said that every time it comes out, can't this just be done through mods? But it's cool. It's getting done through the game.
You can, but like a lot of work to do it through mods where they can add new mechanics. So.
And it won't like destroy your computer through having to load all the resources.
Yeah, they do totally add assets for their expansions, but like they don't. Their focus isn't assets normally.
The real disaster is the student debt crisis.
Yeah.
We got a Borderlands 3 gameplay trailer as well as like a bunch of extended trailers for Borderlands 3. The first thing I noticed, I heard Claptrap's voice and I was like, that does not sound like Claptrap.
Nice.
I don't know if it's copyright music.
We'll never know.
Using a water gun to cool off your overheated rifle is the most clever reload animation.
I'm so excited for this game though, despite the random
game. I watched like the gameplay trailer for the new Siren class.
Yeah.
And the game looks so good. So they've changed like the movement system, so it's like fluid movement. So there's there's parkour elements and there's sliding. So it's like exactly like Apex Legends sort of movement, which is really cool.
I actually hope that kind of movement just becomes standard in like FPSs. I think it is such a cool movement system. Also, those arms. Oh,
they look cool.
They do look really cool. That looks pretty cool as well, actually.
So I think in this game, like, it's the first time instead of having one special ability and then going down different trees to augment it, you can choose from 3.
Okay.
So we've already seen the blue punch one here.
Yeah.
But there's also this green one which like goes into the ground and like comes out and punches people.
More guns.
Yeah, Borderlands always had really
More-
inventive gun designs.
I really like that about it.
Like, what was I was doing? It's called like it was a gun from Moxie called Slippery When Wet from what I was playing in Borderlands the other week. And every time you'd shoot it, it would randomly just fall out of your hands, and you'd have to pick it up again. Like, there's tons of stuff like
Was
that.
it like a powerful gun though?
Like, I was reading a PC game article about the guns they've been shown from the gameplay demo they've been shown, and one of them was like you fire when you reload it. The gun turns into a little brain spider, and then it goes into your enemy and explodes. Like,
oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Tons of cool stuff like that.
I've actually added mechanics to like different random.
We'll talk about Borderlands 3 a bit later when we talk about some main topics. But let's go into quick news. Guild Wars 2 still exists,
I guess. Final episode.
The end is near. Living World Season 4 finale arrives May 14th. Whatever's going into the Guild Wars 2 story.
No idea. Don't care.
Okay. What I do care about, A Hat in Time
Yes.
DLC. I love A Hat in Time's probably one of my favourite games at this point. It's like near like one of my favourite games.
Oh, it's very positive reviews now.
It had some mixed reviews.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, they've created this Yakuza Metro. So it's like a giant metro, like giant cats pushing around giant trains. So there's 10 new timepieces to collect on this new level, which looks really cool. There's new stickers to add. Looks really cool. New outfits. New hats, of course. Maybe I love it because you just collect hats in the game.
Well, it is a hat in time.
Yeah, I just love hat simulators. That's what it is.
I love the animations are so
New
good.
stickers, and another big thing about the update is you can now play in party mode. You can have up to 50 people in one game, just going through A Hat in Time.
That sounds like hell.
Yep. New time rifts. Time rifts are always
so
fun.
Smug, though.
Online party. Look how many fucking people you can have in A Hat in Time game.
For some reason.
This is awesome. I almost thought about you can just go to any level and just all play it through together. It's awesome. So if you and your friend, well, like people were saying, like I'm gonna play this with my Discord server, and we're all just gonna go on this, which is pretty cool. All throw post at the death guy. But yeah, I love Hat in Time. I've played all it. I played the Seal the Deal DLC. I've installed mods for it. Super fucking awesome. They are like, I think they wanted to put a bunch of mods together and release that as a content pack, and that would be really cool to do.
I assume the modders were getting the money, right?
This is free. Yeah, this is free for Kickstarter backers. The first one was free if you already owned the game, and then you got it on the day it came out, and that's how I got it. I might pick this up on sale. I was almost thinking about buying it full price just because I wanted to support the devs.
That's not that bad.
But I heard it was kind of short, and people were like, "It's not really. It's only a couple of hours of content."
Yeah.
So I was maybe going to wait for it to go on a small sale.
50% off sale.
Well, I'll just wait for it to go on a sale.
Okay. It's only £5.
But
right?
it did originally have some mixed reviews because people were saying it was so short. Just be warned, there's only about 2 to 4 hours of some of the new content. But more Hat in Time is good with me because I fucking love Hat in Time. So, yeah. Move on to the next quick news. The Switch has like a boost mode.
Yeah.
From docked.
Yeah.
So it has like faster. So now Mortal Kombat 11, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey. I don't know. Did you watch the video from Digital Foundry?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay. But I watched the video, and now it's like they like originally when it's docked, they like slow the when it's not docked. Sorry, it's out of docked mode. They slow the clock speeds.
Yeah.
But they've like made it. They've increased the clock speed so you can hit 60 FPS on like the new Mortal Kombat game. You can get higher FPS on like Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey. They definitely could keep like pushing the clocks to get like up to that 60 FPS on like Super Mario Odyssey. Like,
what were the temperatures like though? They did that.
I don't think it's too bad. The thing,
Because it just increased the fan speeds and like
they also like
power
increased
limits and
loading times
okay.
as well, and you can definitely increase the clocks on loading because the main thermal part of the Switch is the GPU.
Yeah.
And you don't use the GPU for loading. It's all about the memory, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fast now since their like most recent patch. But they could be hitting like the cap of memory loading. It may be just because of the SD cards.
So I'm just worried about like, heat-wise. You don't want to like boost it to like where it's just always like running hot. Like you want to try and keep it like cool. So that's the whole point of it. I don't know. It is cool though. So I'm hoping it doesn't actually have any negative
they're
features.
definitely testing like new boost modes to increase CPU and clock speeds. And the chip that they use can definitely go a lot faster because it's used in the Nvidia Shield Android TV. Yeah. And the current Switch doesn't use it to its full potential because of
it's nice
thermal and stuff.
It's nice that if you have a Switch that it's got improved performance.
But like it'd be cool if they released like an official boost mode that enthusiasts could tinker with, and
give it some
you know, if they had better cooling options, or they were like, well, I'm not gonna, you know.
Well, I've got an extra AC, so
I've got an AC in my room, and I'm just gonna play it docked. Then you could get like better performance.
Well, I'm playing it on my roof.
They made compromises for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So
who knows?
Cool. Battlefield 5 is getting private and custom servers. We've got official confirmation of this. Yep. Quick news.
Neither of us played Battlefield 5 though.
I'd play Battlefield 5, just not in a while.
Yeah.
But I'd love to check out some custom servers. I remember I played on loads of custom servers on Battlefield 3. It was like Operation Metro, 120 people, no explosives. Because if you have like 100 people on Operation Metro, it's like a tiny little train station, and you could just blow people up. And on Operation Metro, I would just go around as an engineer, and you had like this remote-controlled repair drone, and I would just drive around, and I would just kill people with like the flamethrower it had. Because it would use like a little flame jet to repair things, but you could also drive around and just go behind people, and go tss, tss, and like tickle them to death with it. And sometimes they just wouldn't even realize that you're there. You just drive around them. There's like 20 guys prone, and you're just like. Tss, tss, and you're just like tickling them to death, and they eventually die. This little drone. But yeah, quick news. Sega's acquired 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Studios, who does 2 Point Hospital. Talked about this last week. They added a co-op mode. We didn't really understand how it worked, but that's cool.
Yeah,
Sega's looking to expand its PC base, so that's cool.
It makes sense. They're making a lot of money from it.
We talked about last week. There was the trailer for Yakuza Kiwami 2, or however you pronounce it. That just came out, so that's cool.
Maybe they realised that everyone in China has a PC.
Yeah. We also got a report like the Nintendo was saying since they released the Switch in China, like the main base for gamers in China is PC. Like they have like one of the biggest Steam markets in the world, despite not even officially having a Steam port.
No, weird.
They make up like 25% of Steam.
I guess if that's what they like, they'll try and get it.
A turn-based John Wick game is coming. We've got confirmation of John Wick Hex.
I don't understand.
Kind of interesting.
The trailer, like,
it's made by Bithell Games, the makers of Thomas Was Alone.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like XCOM-y in a way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then, like, I don't understand these angles, like in like.
You have to make shots, you have to choose actions to like be the ultimate boogeyman assassin, as they call him in the John Wick films. I haven't watched the second one yet. I loved the first film, but I haven't got round to watching the second one. I have to watch that at some point.
This is new dog.
This isn't John Wick's first appearance in a video game. He did appear for the longest time as a character in Payday 2.
Oh yeah.
Which was pretty cool. And I think all his voice lines were definitely not done by Keanu Reeves. I assume Keanu Reeves is not doing the voice lines for John Wick. This is an Epic Games Store exclusive, though. So just pointing that if you wanted to get that on Steam, you'll have to get on Epic Games Store.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
This one's fine to be an Epic Game.
So, big Dead by Daylight news. Dead by Daylight did an oopsie. So they've we've got the official mid-chapter patch of the Endgame Collapse is now live, but they also accidentally put in the game files an upcoming killer. And it's also a licensed killer, and it's a very popular one that's been very requested. It is the Wu-Tang Clan member Ghostface Killer. Here he is. No, it's Ghostface from Scream. Yeah, so they kind of fucked up on that. We've got they did give a confirmation in a tweet saying that Ghostface is coming to Dead by Daylight as a killer DLC. That's pretty fucking cool. And we've also seen some more skins for licensed characters. I think we've got pig skins coming, maybe some other ones. I'm not sure the exact details, but we'll have to see more official announcements from DBD. This isn't the first time they've leaked something accidentally through a build.
Yeah.
This is pretty funny that this keeps happening. They accidentally leaked Ash from Evil Dead coming as a survivor. So yeah, that's awesome. Have to play DBD again with this new Endgame Collapse and DLC and stuff. They released Star Wars Battlefront 1 onto Steam, and it now has 4K support. It's been ported fully to Steam.
It's not my
4K
favorite
resolutions.
Battlefront, though.
The multiplayer, I think, is IP Connect and local area network. I don't know if there's any servers for it. Destroy the shield generator. Kill Gungans. That's what we all remember.
Remember these great features. Kill Gungans. Oh, these are those are the pros.
Yeah, you have to connect directly with an IP. There's no like server browser or anything, or like official
Just
servers.
like back in the old days with the PlayStation 2.
I never got the PlayStation 2 multiplayer to work.
Nope.
But there was like multiplayer in Ratchet and Clank 2, and I remember just playing it against bots.
Yeah, and 3. And it was bad.
It wasn't I remember having fun with it.
But it wasn't good either.
It was like the base taking mechanic from like 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was one where you just went around like spinning nodes and killing AI.
But in the actual game, they had entire levels where it was basically that. And it was a better version than the multiplayer one, so maybe it's better with people, I don't know, because I only played with bots as well.
But we recently had May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you as a big Star Wars date, and they recently added like all the old...
Who ported this?
Do
we know?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's pandemic anymore.
They've also ported... They've also got all the old Star Wars games have now been added to the Origin Access Vault as well.
Yeah.
So if you have Origin Access, you can play all the old Star Wars games as well. I don't know if I don't think they added this to the Vault. I think they're like releasing this now and hoping people will pick it up.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'll check it out. I don't know if they released it. They must have released it on Origin as well, right? Right?
I don't know. You get Battlefront 2.
You can get Battlefront 2. I'm fairly sure it's included with Basic. Star Wars Battlefront Classic. Yeah, so you have to... They're like charging £7 for it. They're hoping a few people will pick up the original Battlefront, as it's not been available until now. And then eventually they'll add it to the Vault or whatever, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather play the second game.
Fair enough.
Which is also available.
I'd rather play new Battlefront 2 because it's actually pretty good.
No, I'd rather play the original second game.
Obviously not as feature-full as the new ones, but you can get Count Dooku in his pajamas.
Yeah, there's some really good, like everything graphically and like the alternative versions and looks of it is great. I still hate the fucking card-looking system with it, but whatever.
Overwatch has added a new
making
a new tool. What's it called?
Yeah.
There's a new fully functioning workshop tool that lets you do whatever you want, and people were like, okay, let's build volleyball in Overwatch, which is pretty fucking hilarious. It's the Fran playing some.
Oh my god.
Oh, get fucked.
I don't understand volleyball.
But I was like, okay, they started off with volleyball, but players have already gone ahead and made a fully functioning portal gun in the workshop, which is pretty fucking amazing. I love when companies allow modding and stuff like Fortnite lets you create maps and create tons of stuff.
Minecraft.
Overwatch lets you. Well, I'm talking about games that aren't already massive sandbox games.
Yeah.
When games give you these sandbox tools, Fortnite really cool. Overwatch is really cool. We've got Aperture Overwatch now. Here's the portal gun in action. Because I think Symmetra's new ult. I haven't played in a while, but Symmetra's new ult lets you like create a wall or something, and they're using that to make this portal gun. But this looks pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This is cool to see. We got an update on Black Mesa. They basically said everything's going through polish on the Zen. And they showed off a bunch of new art, which is really cool. And they basically said there's going to be a technical beta, so there will be a couple of maps to test the latest engine that will test the performance.
Yeah.
This will be public, so you can play this. There will be more of a less or stealth release for people who are interested in helping us test. This way we can test on a lot of machines quickly. There'll be an open beta for the Zen, and then after that there'll be a release. So they've kind of showed like the roadmap of how they're going to do Zen. So if you want to do it in like a really broken state, you can do the technical beta. Open beta, there will still be, some bugs. It won't run on every system.
Yeah.
And then the release will be, the finished game, because we'll finally have the Zen. That's pretty cool.
Not made in Finland, though.
No. Okay, so the original Earthworm Jim is coming back for the 25th anniversary, and they're creating it exclusively for the Intellivision Amico, as we can see by this.
I don't know anything about this
document. Earthworm, you know what Earthworm Jim is, right?
Not really.
It's a really old game.
Yeah.
About a worm in a spacesuit, and it's like an old platformer, basically.
Right. Okay.
There's like a much love. It's like cult classic. So it's coming exclusively to a console called the Intellivision Amico, and from what I could learn about this console, it's a $150 console with remade arcade games and new games. So it's kind of similar to like a Nintendo Classic or something.
More designed to be like ongoing with new arcade games.
I think that you can use smartphones as a controller.
Oh, it's that one.
Up to 8 players, and there's an online shop attached, so you can potentially buy more games.
Which all makes it better, at least. Yeah.
So you aren't as limited as with the other retro consoles.
Which are basically just shitty discs.
It's a cool idea. They don't have like the same breadth as like the PlayStation Classic or like the Nintendo Classic.
They've got Earthworm Jim though.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this comes and whether that's an issue. If people are going to buy a $150 console just to play a new Earthworm Jim game.
I think it depends what else is on there, right? Like they need a bigger roster of good
But I
games.
think the target market for this is people who've never heard of, other consoles. Your mum goes into Tesco and she's like, "Oh, I found the Earthworm Jim console."
What, for $150?
Yeah, but if your kid's asking you for an Xbox and it's like $300, and then you're like, "Well, I got you this console for $150,
how much is the Switch,
and it's got the new Earthworm Jim."
How much is the Switch?
I don't know why she's American and going to Tesco's, but she is. She's an immigrant.
You could have gone for Walmart.
What?
Walked to a Walmart, right?
It's called Asda in the UK. They rebranded Walmart to Asda for some reason. She's going into an American Asda, Walmart, and she finds this. Nobody in your extended family buy you like these really shitty 20 quid little consoles and be like, "Oh, he likes games," and then you put it in and it's like this little tiny screen with like little dots on it, and you can play this tiny little arcade game. That's the kind of market I can see for this thing. People confused as to what it is, and that's not a good market to be going for.
But how much is a Switch though? Because I feel like that'd be bigger, more advertised.
It's like £300, so
I thought
it's
it was
like
250 or something like on
pounds, not dollars.
Oh, okay. How much? I don't know what converting rate dollars at the moment is. What? Buy Switch US.
I go to Amazon.com and look up a Switch. It'll tell me in dollars.
Switch.
$300.
Okay.
So it was like it's half the price. Yeah.
That's still pretty good though.
Yeah, but basically this is for people who don't know what it is, kinda. Next news. CS:GO Battle Royale Danger Zone got a new map. They added the Respawn Anywhere feature that we've seen popularized by Apex Legends.
Yeah.
It's been added to Fortnite as well through Respawn cards. They've now added starting perks, new items and upgrades, new map. It's cool to see they're still supporting this. It's not just a one and done thing.
Yes. Do you play it?
I don't know. I have never played it. I don't have CSGO installed. I'm not a big fan of CSGO. I was always a bigger fan of Counter-Strike Source because it had the bigger like community and modders and community servers. And
CSGO doesn't have that.
CSGO is way more about competitive, playing ranked,
Yeah.
playing default Counter-Strike, and I'm not big about that.
Skin insanity.
The skin, what was it called? The skin apocalypse.
Well, the skin insanity is
skin insanity
when you like bought it, but there's like the skin something that happened when like it got really bad.
There was a Gmod update for April 30th.
Yeah.
Which now tracks player data through a new EULA, and the red shell now appears in the task manager while you're playing. I don't know why Gmod needs access to this kind of data, but that's kind of a security concern.
Yeah.
Through Gmod, they did do some other updates, some small ones to how you play through Half-Life campaigns and Gary's mod if you wanted to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stardew Valley added separate multiplayer finance options. So originally, when you were playing Stardew Valley multiplayer, you all shared one money. You can now set it up to have separate finances.
Competitive.
So what you can do now is, if you wanted to, you can all go off and make your own farm.
Yeah.
And you could have your own farms.
Competitive stuff.
More like instead of, imagine like Minecraft, instead of all living in one house, you all go off and build your own stuff, which is cool. Means I can finally stop, spending all of the money we get from farming on windows and doors and stuff for the house. Stop wasting all our money on random shit. Have to play that again at some point. I really like Stardew Valley. It's a pretty cool game. I talked about Switch Boost mode already. I don't know why I have this twice, but we'll move on to the main news. We got Valve's VR headset, the Valve Index. Looks really cool. So I will talk about the specifications. I'll go quickly. What you get with this is you get the headset. You get the new Knuckles controllers, which looks really cool, which give you like tactile grip.
Yeah,
strength.
that is really cool. Yeah.
And the Lighthouse 2.0 base station.
Does it give you like granular or like it's like a smooth scaling of strength? Was it like?
I don't know exactly how. I'd have to use one.
I'm yet to like everyone who I've seen like use it. I couldn't see like how it was functioning.
It's got kind of finger tracking through it.
That's what I mean. I don't.
But it's not like full finger.
We're gonna have to, Valve. If you could send us a review unit, that'd be great.
So let's break it down. Headset. They went for 120 hertz, 1440 times 1600 RGB LCDs. They could have gone with OLED, but they said they had 50% more sub pixels than OLED with these displays.
Didn't they like double them or triple them or something from like the old HTC?
There was like sub pixels is really important when like a screen is that close to your face. OLED will give you darker darks, that sort of stuff.
Don't really need it.
These panels had they found a manufacturer who had super high refresh rates.
Yeah.
So they've got it running at 120 hertz refresh rate with full back compatibility for 90 hertz if you have a VR game that can only run at 90 hertz, as well as an experimental 144 mode refresh rate, which looks pretty cool. I watched the tested video that they had a hands-on experience with the Index, and they said 120 hertz is like almost hard to go back from. It's really fucking cool. Really 144 is like crazy. It's really cool. I think around 90 is like really good for helping with motion sickness.
Yeah.
You don't want to go much lower than that. I think it's like around 70 is like the lowest you'd ever want to go in terms of refresh rate.
Well, if you get 120, you don't go back. I feel like 120 should be the standard.
This also has extremely low persistence. I don't really know what that means. I'm not technically
Is that like
gifted in
images
that area.
staying on the screen?
a reduced illumination period, allowing imagery to remain just as sharp when your head is in motion as when you're standing still.
Yeah, so it's like turning on and off pixels, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
When you're moving your head and the image has to move, you have...
The pixels have to then change and update fast, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's a bit over my head because I'm not like a massive hardware guy. Optimized for FOV, so there's like a massive... The one thing they were talking about in the tested video, they had like a massive FOV from the headphones, which was really cool. And physically adjustable IPD distance, which lots of people were talking about when they saw the announcement was coming for the index. They initially saw the IPD, which is different for different people, how close it is to your face.
Yeah,
because it helps people with like motion sickness and stuff.
Didn't some people, I can't remember if it was like Universal, like Valve themselves, like someone did like testing when like if you didn't have peripheral vision, you got sicker faster or something. It's like if you have it, like your brain is able to like go, oh, I know what's going on. Yeah, so it makes sense. What was the 5?
There was also the audio. So the audio solution's really interesting. It's not on ear headphones. It's speakers that don't touch your ears.
Oh, so it's more
off ear immersion. So it sounds more like the sound is coming from the room that you're standing in rather than coming from your headphones, which is really cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to go in your flipping ear or like cover your ear.
Yeah, like earbuds are terrible to wear for a long time. Headphones are okay. I've got really used to wearing headphones.
I still find eventually you have weird like pressure.
But obviously there's going to be way more sound leakage with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about noise.
Well, you're playing VR chat. You're already shouting at the headset.
No, but like you're not going to be able to watch X-rated videos with these. This you can be blasting out your ears.
Yes, I will. Just watch me. Just watch me.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll live alone by the time you spend $1,000 on a VR enthusiast VR headset. This is going to cost $1,000 to buy the headset, the Knuckles controllers, and the base stations.
Yeah.
But they're compatible with everything else. So you can just buy the headphones. If you already got a Vive, you can just buy the Knuckles controllers, the new base stations, whatever you want to do.
If you want to upgrade your Vive to the new headset, though, that'll be its own thing as well, I guess.
So it's adjustable. And another really cool thing is they've made the front panel fully customizable by add-ons. They said that when the tested guys were there, they showed one where you could attach like a panel to it that had like a little display on it.
That's really cool.
One thing I thought was really cool is potentially you could have a camera inside that looks at your eyes, and then you can have the eyes displayed on a screen, so it looks like. So no, but whenever this is my idea.
Yeah,
you have it so when you're in VR, it just shows your eyes as like closed, so people know that you can't see them, and you're in VR.
Yeah.
But when you turn it onto the camera mode, which it has cameras on the front, which lets you see the physical world you're in. That would show your eyes open, or it could show like digital eyes.
How are you going to be able to peep and creep though?
True. Turn it off when you're peeping and creeping. That was my idea, which I thought was really cool. It would give like a physical way for people who are outside of VR and walking in them. They would know if you can see them. So if they came in and like, they were like coming down to put down a cup of tea, they would know if you could like see them. Or
I would just assume that they couldn't.
But if like they were like, "Hey, I can see you," you could see like an actual physical thing where it doesn't even have to be your eyes. I think that might be too hard to do if they had
anime eyes.
Your eyes. But if they just had like digital eyes, like
Sonic eyes,
fucking
Chappie,
yeah. That okay? Do not Google Chappie. I'm talking about Chappie movie. Holy shit! Okay, Chappie is a gay app.
A gay dating
Do not
app.
Google that unless you want to. I did not know that. Okay. But I was thinking more like if you wanted to, you could just have two little dots. You can have them closed, or you can like show them as eyes. This is what I'm kind of talking about.
Oh, dear.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now we know. You learn something new every day.
That's why you Google things off stream. On your other screen.
Yeah, that is true. You should never Google something on screen, on stream, in a video.
So the expansion slot, the frunk as they call it.
The what?
The frunk, the front of the headset.
But why what's wrong with calling it the front?
That's just what they lovingly refer it to. But it has a USB Type 3, Type A port, made for people to tinker. There's tons of stuff people are going to do. We saw tons of add-ons for like the Vive trackers and stuff already.
Yeah, I was actually
cool.
surprised like how many like add-ons there were for VR.
The game. So we saw like they were showing off No Man's Sky VR, which is pretty cool.
I still can't believe No Man's Sky.
They were also showing off some more Boneworks gameplay as well, which is really cool. Maybe I think with the Knuckles controllers is where we see that. Yeah, Boneworks. So we see like you can actually pick up and throw a bat, and you can get like a tactical feel with it with like the new Knuckles controllers.
Yeah, it looks really. I really want. You like spare me $1,000 and
Yeah. I was thinking about saying to Daniel when the Vive 2 came out, he was like, "No, I'm waiting for the next VR headset to come before I upgrade." And I'm like, I don't know if he knows about it, but I was like almost about to say to him like, "You got $1,000 to waste on another fucking VR
grand
headset."
to waste.
I mean, the Vive sits in his house at the moment.
Yeah, he doesn't use it enough.
But all of these titles will be compatible with it. We've got Vacation Simulator, No Man's Sky, Boneworks, the new game, Accounting, Audio Shield. Where's Beat Saber? That's the one we want.
Is it on here?
It's not, but I assume it will be.
Yeah.
Archery, hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. I know Andy's played that a lot. It's pretty cool. It allows you to just get a bunch of guns and play with them in VR.
Oh, go on. I know, go on.
Gorn's like the arena simulator where you just beat a bunch of people up. But yeah, they got tons of cool games.
Doesn't
that
have the
work
sorcery one, does it?
The sorcery.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's like something in sorcery, I think.
I don't know. Super Hot VR, amazing game. Tilt Brush, one of my favorite games, which is really cool. And we'll move on. There's new base stations. Not much to say. They got bigger FOV.
These just lighthouses, right?
Yeah, base stations, lighthouses. They have bigger FOV.
They look cooler. If you want ugly boxes like in your house, these ones look better than the old ones.
So I think you have 2 of these, and if you have a tricky spot in your room, you can add a fourth, a third, and if you want a bigger play space, you can add a 4th to add more tracking area.
Like a weird area.
If you had like a warehouse,
and
you had, I'm assuming if you buy this, you're pretty well off, right? If you own a warehouse, and you can get.
I feel like if you own a warehouse, you can definitely afford this. But not
we saw more
versa.
footage of the Portal Moondust demo. It looks like they're going to be using the Moondust as they're going to be using the Moondust game to show off the Knuckles controllers, to show off your tactical grip set. Because there's like in the Moondust demo, from what I've seen. Of the leaked demo, there is like you have to crush some rocks.
Yeah.
So that's going to show you like grip strength of the Knuckles.
It's just a demo. A tech demo.
Yeah, but we've already seen like the other Portal one of. We've seen the other Portal one they've done before. What's it called? The Lab, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lab is really good.
So what I'm thinking from seeing this, so some things to mention, this is an enthusiast level headset. I thought they were going to go in the Oculus direction. So the Oculus direction is no external trackers.
Yeah.
Everything inside the headset, and it's wireless. This is still tethered, so you're still tethered to a computer.
Yeah.
You still have to have a play space with base stations. This is still very much a enthusiast, you need a dedicated VR room for this sort of thing.
I find it odd that they still haven't. I mean, I guess like the data streaming is going to be a massive issue.
And
if you want to make
cool
it wireless.
As this is, based on seeing the new Rift and the new Quest, I actually think Oculus is like going in the right direction, and they're actually probably going to be the VR producer. It's like weird to say, like they started all with the Rift Dev Kit 2. Which I have here, actually. Which was like really cool. Everyone was like, oh shit, VR's cool. And they started making it. And then the Vive came out, and everyone was like, oh, the Vive's better than the Rift. It got bought by Facebook. But then they came back with like the touch controllers, the Rift S.
Yeah, I personally, I'm
the
still,
Quest, which was like awesome.
I'm more excited for this than any other one, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, just like the actual specs.
But as a consumer, I would think you'd be looking more at like if you wanted a VR experience, if you wanted to play Beat Saber, you're gonna somehow find a room, spend $1,000.
I've got a room.
Which room is empty enough to play this in your house?
I can do it in my room.
you could fit this in your bedroom.
It's not the biggest space, but yeah, I could get enough space to do something.
See, that's the thing. When me and my brother got when Daniel got the Vive, every time we played with it, we would have to
move everything.
We'd go into the dining room. We'd have to move the table, remove all the chairs.
Yeah.
We would have to bring the PC out. We'd have to plug everything in. We have to set up the base stations again, set up the Vive, track the room. It's like if you don't have a dedicated VR room, this is definitely not a thing. Yeah. And then you get the Oculus Quest or the Oculus Go even. You put on the headset, you're in VR.
You go outside.
You can be anywhere. You can be playing Beat Saber in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
Like I think Valve missed the mark with this headset.
Yeah, like, that's not what they're going for.
This is definitely the thing is
I
VR
agree
doesn't make money, and this is for enthusiasts. And like the VR market and the VR enthusiast market is an even smaller subsection of a tiny market.
But that's not what Valve's trying to push at the moment. They're trying to push these high fidelity.
Well, the thing is, they're selling these in like limited supplies.
Yeah.
Like this is the first one they're manufacturing themselves because they stopped because they originally didn't have factories, right?
Yeah, they actually set them up this time themselves, right? Now.
Yeah, because they started building factories for like the Steam controller, and now they've parted ways with HTC. HTC's making their own. I think they did most of the building of the original Vive, but they didn't have the factories to manufacture it, so they gave that over to HTC. And it was the HTC Vive, and now they've made the HTC Vive 2. And this is their first headset as Valve. The Valve Index got the Valve name on it.
With Valve on the back of everything.
But they've always been more of a company that's pushing towards like hardcore PC gamers. That's always kind of been what they've been trying to do, and I don't know.
That's currently not where the money for VR is, which I agree with you. But that's not what they're going for.
One cool thing about this, I should quickly mention. By the end of 2019, there will be a full Steam VR compatible game coming out for the Index and other headsets.
That could push the sales massively.
So if they release Half-Life 3, then we know what's coming.
Half-Life VR.
Yeah. But I don't know. Honestly, I've seen Artifacts. I've seen how they mismanaged that. I've seen that they've just been making skins for games, and not really doing anything else. But
this isn't just a skin.
I just honestly think that Valve just doesn't really know what they're doing at this point.
I guess, but I don't think they're trying to go for the mass market VR.
It's weird that when GDC comes around, you get a panel where Valve comes out and they just start talking about brainwaves.
Yeah, they had
chips in your chips in your brain to
game, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They've seemed to lost the plot. I don't really think Valve know what they're doing. And honestly, I think Oculus is definitely the way forward for VR right now. They know what they're doing. They have the Facebook backing.
Yeah, but I think the next generation of like Sony's VR is going to be wireless as well.
I don't know.
I reckon it is.
We've seen like Windows mixed reality. We've seen like Corsair headsets. We've seen like the 8K headset. I honestly think where the Oculus headsets don't have the higher refresh rate, they have the accessibility that this doesn't have at all.
But I would argue, but the most
PSVR,
the best selling.
Maybe if we get the PS5 with a PSVR 2, or the Oculus Quest and the Oculus Rift S.
Yeah. There's a thing though.
Yeah, I love room scale. And I'm saying this. I don't think this is what people want.
Can you not use like a lot of like other headsets on like Steam games that have VR in?
Yeah.
So Valve doesn't have to care if they're wasting their money.
Steam VR.
I would argue if they competed with Oculus, they would have to spend more money.
But Oculus is doing their Oculus Store thing where if you bought like we were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
If you bought I Expect You to Die or Beat Saber on the Oculus Store, you get a copy on the new Oculus Quest as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're pushing their store more and more as well.
But there are many VR games on Steam though.
And like even when I use the dev kit too, you have to go through when you turn it on, it like boots through the Oculus Store and it shows you all, and you have like the Oculus Home and stuff. But yeah,
I don't know. I think Valve is probably gonna be fine. I am more hyped for this than any Oculus thing, to be honest.
They may even be selling this at cost.
Hmm.
It's the thing that worries me.
Yeah.
At cost at 1,000, based on like the crazy technology they've put into
I'm hoping it's not a massive cost.
Because they're doing because they put pre-orders live and it like instantly sold out, right?
Yeah.
But they're not selling as many copies as they are with the Vive. They don't want to make tons of these, which says to me maybe that they might be selling this at very little profit margin, or they don't expect to sell as many.
Normally, Normally, you have like a console, like you sell it at cost, so you can sell the games to then make the money back. Is what Sony does,
right?
I think Xbox does it as well, but I know more about how Sony did it. Remember the PS3 took ages before it actually would start making money.
Well, that's what they do with consoles. They sell them at cost.
Yeah, my worry is that this isn't a console, so you can't really do that. Like you can't. They haven't even got like announced properly. A game's coming out at the end of this year. We haven't seen it yet, though. Anything of it.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's all I got to say about. That's coming out. It's cool for enthusiasts.
Yeah,
maybe I can
definitely for enthusiasts.
If I can convince Daniel to buy this, then
he's enthusiast. He's enthusiast.
No, he won't buy it.
He won't.
He won't spend $1,000 on a headset now that he's married. He can't.
He's got other things to spend it on.
When he was a bachelor, he was. Whenever he was a bachelor, he was always like, "Oh, I'm thinking about buying a drone." Like he would just buy random shit, but now
I don't understand.
Anyway, I had some tech specs here in case you want it. There's a Ars Technica article if you want to look at more technical specs and you know more about it than me. Watch the tested video.
Yeah, that's very.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He has like a YouTube channel now called Tested, and they have a couple guys on there.
Didn't we name it like Adam Savage's Tested instead of just Tested? Because like no one knew what Tested was.
That's what they were doing to like, advertise it. But they do tons of cool VR stuff. So check out the channel.
They do. It's a good channel. Check it out.
Yeah, they know a lot about VR as well. Like them talking, they've used all the different headsets.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3.
This is the Randy Pitchford section.
And I'm sure we're going to do all kinds of fun customizations of heads and skins, but we're not doing any of that free-to-play junk. There's not going to be any microtransactions. There's not going to be any of that nonsense.
No microtransactions.
I love how that gets a cheer.
And if you've played a Borderlands game before, we expect you to feel right at home. But
fucking
we've made sure to design Borderlands 3 in the story and in the gameplay and everything such.
Peak 2019. Get applauded for not having microtransactions. Unfortunately, despite Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford comment about no microtransactions in Borderlands 3 during today's live stream, we've been told cosmetic items are still purchasable. Much like Borderlands 2. I took this little screenshot.
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 had plenty of microtransaction.
I will say this.
They had $1 skin packs.
This is why for both Borderlands 1 and 2 I waited for the Game of the Year edition. I still don't. I think the second one still doesn't have all of it in either, which is a bit weird.
There's the Handsome Jack collection now.
Yeah,
which has it all on.
Yeah. So I think I'm missing they're just skins though, so I don't really care.
But they were like, well, we're not having microtransactions. It was like, well, you have DLC for like $1, £1 pops that
I would argue
skin packs, so they're basically microtransactions.
Yeah, I would argue they're not.
What are they then? Macrotransactions?
No, microtransactions, in my opinion, are specifically you have to buy them in game. Like the store is in game, is what makes it microtransactions.
And Randy Pitchford getting cheered and everyone going, yay! It's like, yeah, but we don't really trust Randy Pitchford. Randy Pitchford also said some things. There's a classic picture about alien colonial marines.
Yeah.
He lied about, the trailer. They showed, screenshots and trailers.
I never knew he was Mysterio, though. I didn't know.
That turned out not to be true in the original game. Yeah. There was some lies about the season pass.
Well, it was lies about who actually was developing it.
Lied to Jim Sterling's face when he was asking him about it. He also, we've got another one, Jason Schreier from Kotaku. He was saying, this is getting me all nostalgic about Battleborn. He posted a article saying Battleborn is going free to play soon. Randy responded saying it was a reckless story about Battleborn going free to play. That is false. There are no plans to convert free to play. Battleborn goes free to play. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, we've also had some controversy with the Claptrap voice actor.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the new Borderlands 3 trailer, Claptrap comes along as he does at the start of every Borderlands game. I was like, that does not sound like Claptrap. That sounds like something else. And that's because the Claptrap voice actor, there was a pay dispute between him.
Well, originally for the first 2 games, the guy worked at
So he
Gearbox.
worked for Gearbox and he did the voices for free based on just, another duty at his game. He took some time out. He liked working on the game. He then moved to Funhouse, or he works for Rooster Teeth.
He works for Rooster Teeth. I'm not sure if he is like in.
He works for Rooster Teeth
Yeah.
now, and he said when Borderlands 3 came about, Randy contacted David Eddings, the Claptrap voice actor, and he said, do you want to do it again? And he said, well, if you pay me royalties from the first 2, then I'll come and do Borderlands 3 for 3, because I think I'm kind of owed money from the first 2.
Yeah.
To which they said, no,
too expensive.
We're going to get someone else. And then after this claim came out, there was like massive Twitter claims, and to a point where David Eddings said on Twitter he didn't want to come out with this, but there's been a claim from David Eddings, I can't comment on this because I wasn't there, that Randy Pitchford assaulted him physically at a Marriott hotel. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I've heard about it, but I don't really understand the context. I guess no one really does, but...
So he still owed the payment he was referring to, $12 million of revenue that Pitchford... Oh, he said $12 million of revenue Pitchford siphoned away from the employee royalty pool.
He just wants some of that. Randy, you could give it to him
because
yourself.
Instead of getting the royalties now, he said he would take... when he worked there was like a royalty pool at Gearbox, which then they would get stakes in and they could take from. But he said Pitchford siphoned money away from it, and he also accused Pitchford of assaulting him in 2017. One of the incidents Eddie describes the interview sounds like an attempt at playful, albeit wholly inappropriate horseplay, while he waited in a sound booth to perform a Claptrap as part of a studio tour. Pitchford entered the booth, pulled off Eddings' headphones and gave him a wet willy. He then jumped back and he cackled at me. I was looking at each other like, what just happened? Randy Pitchford with the old wet willy again, eh?
Yeah, I don't understand, like...
But yeah, here we go. Conference at the Marriott Hotel, during which she told the two separate people that someone named Greg Richardson was inquiring about the price of Gearbox. Pitchford and Richardson apparently knew each other from another ongoing lawsuit. Is that about the USB drive? Yeah, that's about the USB drive that we talked about previously. Lots of people don't have good things to say about Randy Pitchford, but
it's almost as if he's a liar and a...
Well, they are former employees, so there's kind of a bias there.
I guess.
These are all claims, but apparently in the Marriott Hotel, he shoved the fuck out of me while I'm on the balls of my feet trying to whisper. He knocked me back 4 steps. But yeah, in response to this, Randy came back and he said, "We think it's a shame that 400 plus employees here who've poured the love and passion into Borderlands 3 are having their work be diluted by personal allegations." What do you think about this? What do you think about Randy Ranford? Randy's...
I feel like he should just go at this point.
Well, there was like the whole thing where his personal assistant was like stealing money from him for years and stuff. He just seems...
Yeah, so he himself has siphoned money.
From all the lies and all the allegations and stuff, it just seems he's so incompetent.
Yeah.
And like, you remember the G2A debacle where
he didn't even know they existed.
Partnered up with G2A, and then he just said on Twitter, "Oh, he didn't even know anything about G2A," and it's just at this point it just shows how incompetent he is.
Yeah. So not only did this like was it sexual assistant like stole money, he siphoned money, and he just needs to go. In my opinion,
I don't know.
If I was in charge, he would go.
Randy Pitchford does it again. I guess
I would change many things personally, but that's one of them.
But yeah, that was what's going on with Borderlands 3. The game itself looks good, but everything surrounding it with Epic and Randy Pitchford, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy. So, move on to the final topic, talk about Epic Games quickly. Epic and Easy Anti-Cheats. The claim was Epic is pulling back on Linux support to spite Valve. Valve has been talking with Easy Anti-Cheat for a while about Linux support. Today they announced all efforts to get it working under Linux have been halted. Sweeney from Epic compared using Linux to leaving to Canada.
Yeah.
Easy Anti-Cheat also said...
I don't understand that comment at all, by the way.
To clarify, Easy Anti-Cheat still provides native Linux support and will continue to do so. Earlier comments by a partner reflect ordinary day-to-day prioritization depending on anti-cheat issues across all platforms and not any change in long-term priority to Linux. Someone said, Epic Games, why isn't there wine compatibility features enabled in Fortnite? And they said, wine compatibility is currently in a beta state with several games whose help we appreciate, but significantly more work is needed to get its suitability stable and hardened level for all. We'll have to wait until you can play Epic Games Fortnite on Linux. But if you don't know, wine is not an emulator. It's what it stands for, because it's a way for games that are not natively compatible with Linux to be played through Linux.
Yeah. Like it adds like all the support libraries and things, I guess.
What do you think about this? Do you think
it's a bit annoying?
You think since Epic bought Easy Anti-Cheat, they would spitefully try and do this to hurt Valve? Or
I think...
Or my thought behind this is that there's not a lot of Linux users.
Yeah, I think that what happened has nothing to do with that. However, there are some people in the higher-ups who do not give a shit about Linux.
Dave said Randy's Rampage.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah. But no, I think like it had nothing to do with like Valve or Linux. But I just think some people in the higher-ups are like, nah, fuck Linux. Despite...
Well, the thing, I read something from Subnautica. I think it was Subnautica. It was like... Or it was a game. It was like Linux users are like 1% or lower of the player base of the game, and they take up like 99% of like the tech support and resources.
That's not entirely fair to them though, because it's not natively supported, like the drivers and things. Like you have to do very specific things.
No, but when they make a Linux build.
No, yeah, no. But the fact is that so many Linux things and the drivers for the graphics are not mainstream, so that you have to do more maintenance.
But basically, what I'm saying is a lot of companies don't want to support Linux because they...
However, we have reached a point where they might want to.
There's so few people who use Linux.
But they might want to, because now it's becoming mainstream for, like, NVIDIA are, like, making drivers for Linux now.
Well, you saw recently IBM bought Red Hat, the makers of Linux.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's definitely how that works, but yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
It's not exactly that simple, but yeah, it's pretty much that. Like, they're the main developers of it.
Yeah.
They're not the only developers of it,
like
but
big
they're the starting distribution of the Linux-based technology. But yeah, I think we have come, because like Google Stadia uses Linux.
Yeah.
So like we are coming to a point where like it might be way more viable. And again, Valve is pushing Linux heavily because they don't want to be
Steam Play,
Windows.
Like they allowed like tons of games to be played through Linux.
So I agree. In the past, was like yes, that it's a massive burden. Like it's unfeasible for like smaller studios to like create a Linux-based game and then support it, because like it is a pain in the ass in the Wild West at the moment.
Did the Steam machine use Linux?
I think
the Steam OS was based on Linux.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Steam OS for the Steam machine was based on Linux. I
think that's probably still. I don't know. I just think now that like Stadia's like a big push for like game drivers required for Linux. Like I think that, like it's going to be like a maybe not soon, but at some point.
I don't think now.
No, not
Easy
now.
Anti-Cheat not supporting Linux is going to be a huge thing to most people.
I reckon in a couple of years might be though.
So we'll move into like the big news of Epic. Rocket League has partnered with Epic. So Psyonix, the developers of Rocket League, have partnered with Epic Games. People were really worried that they were going to remove Rocket League from Steam and move it over to the Epic Games Store. That would be like a massive game. Psyonix have said that at the moment they have no plans to stop selling Rocket League on Steam. They said that they might at some point, take it off Steam, but at this point they have no plans at the moment.
Yeah, they're not committing either way, basically. They don't want.
But they are going to be releasing Rocket League on the Epic Games Store.
Yeah. It seems to me like the Epic quite like buying developers that are good, like they make good games and things, which is fine, as long as they don't go back on previous things, which is what actually annoys me.
Well, like
But this is
Rocket League
fine.
was
This is
like
fine.
massively advertised through Steam, like through the Steam controller and that sort of stuff.
It became popular through Steam. It became big through Steam.
Well, I think like 99% of games are
True.
before Epic Games, right?
Yeah, true.
But this is
That's
just
why people feel
interesting
betrayed, I guess.
that Epic did it again. That now, like, big companies that are already on Steam are partnering with Epic.
Yeah.
Instead of like just taking new releases and then adding them to Epic, now we're getting games that are already on Steam and now being added to Epic and are partnering up with Epic through billions and billions of Tencent Chinese money.
Yeah, as long as it stays on Steam and they like buy it and then add it onto Epic, I think that's fine. Like, I think that's I think that's what should be happening, in my opinion. But so I'm okay with this. I think as long as no drastic things happen.
They added World of Goo to the Epic Game Store.
10 years old, really?
Yeah, it's 10 years old now, and it's been added to the Epic Game Store for free if you want to pick it up. They do a free game every couple of weeks, and because they added it onto the Epic Game Store, it's the 10-year anniversary, and they thought, well, if we're going to add it, we might as well do an update. So they've done a quick update. There's no new levels, no new characters, no new Battle Royale deathmatch mode. This is just a gentle remastering we did for fun. So they're kind of just, remastering it. The game now runs at high def widescreen, 16:9. The original run at 4:3. The resolution of the graphics is doubled. The original game ran at 800/600. So that's been doubled, which I guess is 1600, 1400.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, that's cool to see that they've got this patch now. So if you want to play World of Goo, it has been kind of lightly remastered to run on modern systems, which is cool. That is the end of the podcast, though. Do we have? I think we got a Peter Molyneux tweet. Let's read it out.
The most important time.
The timestamps go straight to the Peter Molyneux tweet.
Yeah, every time.
The last 2 years, I've been making a game that uses one button. That button isn't on any of your devices. It's not even a physical button. It's a button that we all have deep inside of us. Someone's responded with, my prostate, ? So
Wouldn't that be a physical button still? Belly button.
So you can check us out and everything in between podcast, YouTube, twitch.tv/Scorn, @Scorn2000 on Twitter. That is the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.